In this video, I'm going to be talking about playing fretless bass. I'll also be showing my current fretless bass setup, including strings, tone choices, and I'll be demonstrating these in some clips. Often talked about is the Mwah effect, but there is a whole host of sounds and styles that can sound really unique when played on a fretless bass. Not to mention the amazing extended techniques you can do, which I'll demonstrate later in the video. Here's a fun groove to give you a taste of the sound of this bass. Let's talk a little bit about this bass. This is a Shuker Artist Bass made by John Shuker, who makes fantastic instruments in the UK. This model has an ebony fretboard, same wood as used on an upright bass. Ebony is known for its bright attack while giving warm undertones, and it's pretty easy to clean and just needs an oil a couple of times a year to keep the wood conditioned. If I rotate the bass slightly, you can see that I have got some fret markers on the side of the bass, so I have some guidance. Note that on fretless bass, to achieve perfect tuning, you play where the fret would be on a regular fretted bass. As well as the line markers on the side, we have the dots in the usual places. And as you can see, this is a 2-octave neck, so this bass has plenty of range, especially for 4-string. Here's a solo over the progression you heard earlier using the whole range of the instrument. Now let's talk about the strings I'm using. These are Labella White Nylon Tapewounds. I previously used the black nylon tapewounds, which also sound great. They're just a little darker. And I've also tried flat one strings by Labella. I've now settled on the white nylon tapewounds, as you can access that clean nickel sound when you need it. And when you roll off the tone, you get a slightly darker sound. Both very usable tones. As I mentioned, I also make use of the tone control. This is the only control I have on this bass besides the volume control, and to be honest, it's nice to have a bass that is very simple and easy to sculpt my tone quickly and reliably. This brings me onto the pickup. This bass has a bridge mounted piezo pickup and delivers an extremely natural, acoustic sound that can actually sound very similar to a double bass depending on your setup and strings. A big part of the acoustic sound quality is the chambered body. One of the custom requests I had for this bass was to have a bigger chamber compartment. Having more air in there seems to give this bass a really acoustic and natural sound, and the bass has loads of attack, punch and bass as a result. As I mentioned earlier, there are some interesting techniques that you can do on the fretless bass. Vibrato is one of the most common and gives you that Mwah sound, and simply by sounding the note by pressing down with your finger on the fretboard and then moving it just backwards and forwards, it gives you this added expression in your playing. This is a technique you'll see violinists performing all the time. And in terms of the more unusual sounding but really cool extended techniques, you can use the harmonic slide, and this gives a really unique sound, almost like an effect, and I remember hearing Tony Franklin demonstrate this on a YouTube video. We also have access to regular pure slides without the bumps of the frets, and the sound quality contains lots of small nuances, probably down to the subtle variations in tuning and the flatboard against the strings. Fretless bass offers a unique and expressive playing experience that I find very inspiring. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you get notified when I release new content. Have a great week, and I'll see you back here for the next video.